What's up, everybody? PixelPlay episode 219. It is almost, actually, no. Now that this episode's coming out, it is Game Awards Eve, and we are here to talk about our predictions. Well, I say we, but I just mean me and Chris here. Hey, my name is Adam, aka CS Radical, joined as always by Chris, aka Jin and Chris. It is basically PixelPlay side quests all over again, as Kaylan is not here. But hey, we're doing our Game Awards predictions, and he's still in there because we're just going to put our votes for him on there.
We're going to give him the worst
and
picks.
We can decide at the time whether or not we're going to be nice to him or not. I might be nice for Splinter Cell, and I'm not sure if I'll be nice for anything else.
Yeah, we have to try and think like a Kaylan. Think like a Kaylan.
But yeah, we are going to be giving all our predictions. Now, I say all of them. I mean the ones that we care about. Like, look, I'd love to tell you who's going to win Best Esports Person. I don't know who that is.
No.
I'd love to tell you what the best accessibility in gaming is. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's something that we could at least have an opinion on, we'll do them. Otherwise, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
The one thing I will ask, and we'll start with this before we talk about what we've been playing. We'll just do a quick teaser so those that are actually here looking for predictions, we'll give you a little bit of a taste before we get into the actual award predictions. Chris, what do you think is going to be the biggest thing announced?
Ooh. God. Do I hope it's like Half-Life 3 or like even just for Kaylan, like a Splinter Cell remake to make him happy? I would love that. Me personally, what I would love, Final Fantasy IX remake. What do I realistically think we're going to get? Assassin's Creed Black Flag remastered / remake.
I'm going super bullish, even though I know I'm going to be wrong. The Steam machine needs a bit of a positive story. I think we're here in Half-Life 3.
That would be insane.
I think that might be the last thing we leave the show with.
It would be amazing if it was that. I would love that. I would be all for that. Valve is like my favorite gaming company.
I know
basically.
I have a 95% chance of being way off base here.
Yeah.
But I'm taking that 5%. This is the highest 5% we've ever gotten for it. So
That is true. That is true, yeah. I could even see it having like a VR mode for like the Steam frame or something too. Like I could see if they did it, I'm sure Valve would go all out. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'd even take.
I'm
like,
hoping
Portal
if you want me to like go like pie in the sky, like something I want to see. I know that they're working on the 4 remake, but I'd love to hear a Persona 6 announcement, even though I know there's no chance.
Yeah,
but like that's my like. What's your pie in the sky at this point? Is it the 9 remake?
The 9 remake, yeah. I mean, I would take the 9.
Well, you're not
remake,
getting a Chrono game, so forget about that.
A Chrono game, even just a Chrono remake, or hell, just a PC release of Xenogears. I would take just that.
You know what? That's fair.
I mean, I hope so. Like a 2D HD remake or something of Xenogears would be great. But yeah, 9 remake.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I've managed to stay away from most of the rumors at this point because I'm trying to go into it like as blind as I can. Mm-hmm. That being said, the internet is the internet. It's been weeks. It's really hard not to. Mm-hmm. So like I've seen a few things here and there, but they're all things that like we've been hearing rumors about even before the Game Awards was kind of even on the horizon. So
yeah, I haven't seen
nothing is shot in my face where I went, wait, that?
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything like that. Like I've heard Half-Life 3 stuff. I've seen stuff like you said about the Black Flag remake. I've seen stuff about Splinter Cell. Like there's things here and there, but this has been stuff from like months, right? Yeah. So none of it's really that surprising to me.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping there's at least something at that show that I go, what? Now, Half-Life 3 would still be that kind of reaction, but like something that I don't know about where I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I would love that. I do get excited for this one more than like the Summer Showcase and all that, whatever the hell that's called, Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
Because those have never really been. It'll be like the best case scenario is a new Resident Evil, which is not my cup of tea, but at least I get it. That's a big thing. But the Game Awards has actually had some pretty decent announcements at it before and stuff.
Well, they got the most eyes, so I think that's when Jeff realizes, okay, I've got to at least have like something actually like important.
Yes, 100%.
That isn't just like the streamer crowd game. Like, look, I'm not saying Resident Evil is just for streamers, but let's be honest, that's what horror games are now.
Oh yeah,
they're streamer bait.
They're streamer bait for sure. Yeah.
But anyways, we'll talk about our actual award predictions in a little bit, but we're going to talk about what we've been playing as we always do here at the start of the show. I'll lead us off here because remember what I said? I can't remember if it was last week or the week prior,
Okay.
where I said, I don't know at this point if there's any chance that something takes Blueprints away from Game of the Year for me.
Okay.
And I found it last week.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure I found it last week. Now, I still have time to decide, but I'm pretty sure I found it last week.
Okay.
And that is... hang on here. Keep forgetting that I have so many different monitors now to keep an eye on, and I'm not scrolling to the right screen there. There we go. So this is going to be a game called Goodnight Universe.
Oh, yes. I've heard of this one.
Maybe this will be what I say when we do our year-end awards, when we do our first episode in January. But every year, the game that generally gets the top score for me, or is at least in the hunt, makes me cry. And usually one game a year does that. I almost made it the entire year without crying playing a game. And at the beginning of December, I found this fucker, and it did that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like much at first. It seems like this cute idea, right? Like you wake up and it's hard to tell like if the narrator is like, just you're like retelling your life as a child or if it's something else other than that. And I won't say, what the whole plot of the story is because, well, it's a short game and I don't want to ruin it for people that do come across this. But the way that the game starts out, it's very lighthearted. It's you like in the body of a baby, not able to communicate at all, and you're mostly like either just like looking around, and there'll be floating text for you to select as like what you are trying to say, but obviously can't because you don't know how to speak for like at least 18 more months usually. So good luck with that. But the story carries so much of it in the early stages that when it starts turning into the second act, that it really starts to bring a lot more intrigue and emotion into things. And, I knew as soon as I got into about the second act, because it's like most things, it's a 3-act game. As soon as I got into the second act, I went, son of a bitch, I know where this is going. And I'm going to be very upset because I did not want to cry at any point in this year, and I've almost managed to get through of it. Because originally I was like, this is a really cute game. I like this idea. It's like you living out the life of a baby with this like kooky dysfunctional family sort of deal. And then it turns into something a little bit different, and I go, oh crap, no, we're getting emotional. Oh no. Oh no. I wasn't prepared for this. And then the game ended, and it is easily it's probably one of the most easy 10 out of 10s I can give. The balancing act I'm going to be doing at the end of this year, deciding on who wins that award, is Goodnight Universe made me cry, made me feel the most emotional of any game this year. But Blueprints did something that no game's ever done before, which is make me love a puzzle game to the extent that I did love it. So it's going to be, what's the value here?
Yeah.
But when I did say I don't think anything's competing with Blueprints, shouldn't have said that.
No, you jinxed it. It's your fault. You have no one to blame for it but yourself. 100%.
I'm not complaining. It means I get to play good games. So it's like whenever I say, I hope this game doesn't suck because it means I have another good game to play.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And my backlog needs that because I'm kind of running out. And I'm sorry to make you hear that again, Chris, for like the 7th time this year.
God, it's a problem that, no. I can't even approach it.
Yeah, no. I went into this being like, yeah, this will be cute. And then I left it being like, son of a bitch, that was really fucking well done. It's another one of those things of like, it pisses me off that the AAA industry can't tell stories like this anymore. I don't care that some games are way longer and bigger in scope. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult to tell a story that makes you feel shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
And I'll want to flip over to you in a sec because I know you're playing something that's obviously a bit on the emotional side, but I'll finish with the other thing that I've been doing. So, it's December. Shit's basically stopped coming out, right? So,
oh, yeah.
And for the most part, like winter sale's done, so deals are like pretty much done for the year too. So I'm kind of running out of shit to do. So I really, really, really needed something that could just eat up hours. I didn't even care how stupid it was. No, I didn't start playing Yote again. I'm not doing that.
Where is this going?
I was desperate. I didn't know where to go. And I saw that a fucking anime that I've never paid attention to because it's like a kid's sports anime.
Okay.
So I never would have normally like really cared that much about it, and I was just like, you know what, we'll see what happens. Like maybe it ends up being something interesting. Who knows? So I gave Inuzuma 11 Victory Road a shot. I did not expect to enjoy what I can only describe as a soccer JRPG that plays like Blitzball.
What? That sounds fantastic.
So, and the story, like on screen is a story mode right now, and this is very early, so like there's not a lot of soccer yet because it's a long story mode. But I've played an exhibition game just to see how the gameplay's like. It honestly is like Blitzball, just with a little more control. So like Chris, you know how like whenever you even just want to make a pass, you'd have to do a turn, right?
Yeah.
It's a little less that. Like you can pass the ball freely without needing to take a turn for it. So like you can move around quite a bit. But like if you need to take a shot, it slows down, you gotta pick the spot, and you can make the special shot or you can shoot normally. And stats matter whether or not the goalie's gonna stop it or not. Same deal if you walk into another person. It's a one-on-one defensive matchup, and there's a little bit of like a stat hindrance on like what decides it. There are special moves to get past people, but there's also like some level of mechanic where you if you're defending, it'll show like two arms and it'll be long or short depending on how hard their defensive stat is. Mm-hmm. And you can like dart left and right to try to stay with them so that there's a good chance you'll be able to block them. So there's stuff like that. So like the game itself, it's not like FIFA, but it's also not like as Blitzball can get. It's Blitzball with a few quality of life adjustments. As I'm playing the soccer game within this, I'm like, if you made Blitzball with mostly this system, I would play this in a fucking heartbeat. But like the majority of my hours right now is being taken up in the story mode, which is essentially an interactive anime. So a lot of it's just you walking around the main story because I haven't gotten too deep into it, maybe like 5-ish hours into it. The idea is that you're a kid who grew up loving and playing soccer, but had a heart condition, so you can't play anymore because it's detrimental to your health. So now you go to this school because it has no soccer program. You do not want to see a lick of that sport because it just hurts you because you can't play the thing you love.
Okay.
And then you meet a person that you know is just destined to be the best fucking soccer player. And you can't, it's like the mafia. Just when you think you're out of it, they pull you back in. And now it's you trying to get a soccer team formed back in the school that doesn't allow soccer to be played in it. Oh. So it's got that classic stupid kids, like simple to understand sports anime story. And I haven't gotten deep enough into it to see like how far the rabbit hole goes, but I needed fucking time to sink into, and I'm getting that because I don't know how long the story mode is going, but it's definitely taking its sweet time. And there's a lot of, I won't say gotcha mechanics to it, because I mean a lot of it's just you can solely earn it. I'm sure if I wanted to play it online and gave a shit, like maybe I would put money into it, but obviously you don't. But like just in the sense of like I need something that if I just need to kill 2 hours, I'm gonna use this, and that's kind of what I'm doing with this now. There's some things that I might keep an eye on like before the end of this year, but like this probably is gonna take up most of the rest of my my 2025 because I just need something because now it's getting pretty dead.
Yeah, this actually looks kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like it's not gonna be very intensive. Like I said, the soccer game itself isn't really all that intense. So like it's mostly just it's more of a chill RPG. Like there's nothing too crazy about it. And I will say as an anime guy, like it's not throwing me off with all the weird, like the main character has a fucking discolored nose and there's just no reason for it.
Of course.
It's just, he's like an Animal Crossing character. There's a lot of fetch questing. The rock, paper, scissors sort of turn-based battle systems they have like in the story mode is weird, but you can just turn on auto so it does most of it for you. But like, the characters are neat. I like the people that they've introduced so far, so I'm not hating that. Like, and that's going to be what kind of keeps it. Is the story is engaging enough, and the characters aren't like. There's some anime characters that can be really fucking like. You want to claw your ears out listening to them. Not the case here, so I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, it's just a time thing. I'm not gonna be too crazy about it. So yeah, just a fun little thing to keep an eye on and kind of just play as I go here. This is going to be mostly what keeps me through until we get into January when stuff starts coming out again, unless something else on the indie sphere kind of just comes out of nowhere again.
Yeah. I mean, it looks fun. I'm not going to lie. If I had
it's not bad.
If I had nothing to play, I would definitely give that a go.
But instead, you have too many things to play. So.
I have way too many things. The only system I can truthfully turn on to play a game without feeling the stress of like there's a backlog that I have created here is my Nintendo Switch. It's literally the only one. It has a backlog, but it's like 3 games. So it's like very manageable. Where even if I turn on my PlayStation, I'm like, fuck, there's like 20 games on here I haven't played yet.
Yeah. But anyways, what have you been up to? Because I'm dying to know.
So it's a shame Kaylan's not here because I've beaten 2 games that are right up his alley. And I'm clearly joking because the first game is a Kingdom Hearts game and the second one is the game you suggested, Until Then. I'm going to start with the bad and then with the good. I'm going to do bad first.
All right, so which Kingdom Hearts? Oh, you did Birth by Sleep, I'm assuming, right?
I did Birth by Sleep. I played through and beat that. I beat it, though not technically all of it, which I'll explain in a second. This game was rough. It makes it sound like I'm not against Kingdom Hearts and all that, as you know, obviously you know.
I am if it doesn't have a number on it.
Yeah, and I think that's my issue. Like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are fucking incredible games. Like, they are so amazing. They are definitely, like, obviously made for a console, like a home console. Great quality, great everything. 358 over 2 was not one I got to play, because I have the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix or whatever the hell they're called. And 358 over 2 is a DS game, so it was only all the cutscenes put into a video, as a couple games actually on there are. And I didn't mind that. I actually like the story of that one because it's about Roxas and it's just filling in the gaps of when Roxas kind of
it's actually pretty important with introducing, especially with introducing. Oh my God, what's her name? Not Aqua. What's the black hair girl's name? Why am I forgetting?
Gosh, I can't remember. It's like one of those names I think that starts with like an X or something.
Yeah, Xion. There we go.
Xion, yeah. So she's pretty cool, and like obviously Roxas is a character we already know from the main games, and it's just filling in his backstory. I thought 358 made a lot of sense as like a side game, right? Because it's filling in the gaps. If you don't need all those, if you don't play it, really you could figure out about just this one character and you'd be all filled in and you're good to go just play the next Kingdom Hearts. I have 3 issues with Birth by Sleep. The first is its characters, and it's just they just shoehorned in 3 new main characters into Kingdom Hearts in a single game. Like Kingdom Hearts 1, obviously you've got Sora as a main playable character. Riku is introduced, and yes, you do eventually play as him in Chain of Memories, but I mean, he's also kind of a very important character in the story anyways, like Kairi and stuff. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, they introduce Roxas, and he becomes another main character. But of all the characters you actually really play as, Sora is number 1, obviously, and then you got Roxas and Riku, and you're at 3. But then all of a sudden you throw in this one side game that's just on a PlayStation Portable, I think. And all of a sudden it goes from 3 to 6 main characters that you play as.
It's also confusing because Ventus just looks like slightly discolored Roxas.
And the crazier part is that he's voiced by the actor who plays Roxas. And in this game, he has an evil dark side version of himself who is voiced by Haley Joel Osment, Sora. So, like, what connection are you doing here? Like, this is a whole other person, and it even connects to Sora a little bit, like at the ending, which I don't know. I don't know if I'll.
I feel like I should remember, but I can't. I don't have it in me. Yeah.
So these 3 characters are just introduced, and it's kind of like, to me, it was pointless to introduce these 3 characters. This game takes place like 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1. It's 3 Keyblade wielders who are like training to become Keyblade masters at like this school for Keyblade, wielders.
One of them looks like Sora, one of them looks like bigger Kairi, one of them looks like Ansem. Like, it's just...
Yes, and have you seen the ending of this and actually played this?
I've played it, I tried, and within like 30 minutes I went, no.
Yeah, okay. Well, for anybody who doesn't want this game specifically spoiled, I don't care. I don't think you care, Adam, because you've already played Kingdom Hearts 3.
No.
So anything spoiled would have been shown in the other games you played anyways. So at the end of this game, Aqua ends up in the dark, side of the world,
which
whatever
is like
you want
a
to call it.
whole thing of like constant telling in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes. And it's apparently she's been there like at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 and everything. She's already in there. She's trapped on the other side of that door. Terra, who has a dark side to him, has Ansem's heart go into him just like Riku kind of did in Kingdom Hearts 1. And in the ending of the game, he is actually Ansem, I guess, from Kingdom Hearts 1. So Kingdom Hearts 1's Ansem, who's Ansem's like heartless, is actually also Terra. So thank you, Square, for making that even more confusing. And Ven is asleep in the Castle of Oblivion, which also was where the key wielder school was.
Can you tell how complicated this is? Chris can't even say the fucking words.
I can't even say everything, because then Aqua takes Ven, who's asleep there, from defeating his own dark half, and puts him in their school and locks the school with a key, a la Kingdom Hearts 1, where you use the Keyblade to do that. But the thing is that then their school turns into Castle Oblivion from Chain of Memories, and Ven's asleep in there. What? Also, Ven is apparently a Keyblade. He's not even a person. And not Keyblade spelt the same. Key like
with the weird like X symbol.
Yeah, with the weird X symbols. And Xehanort, who's obviously Ansem in the first one's like his heartless, and then Xemnas, his nobody from Kingdom Hearts 2.
You just keep saying names, and I'm sure a lot of people that are listening to this being like, sure.
Yeah, if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, this is really confusing. And this is the reason I stopped playing Kingdom Hearts.
I keep saying it, and I know that I've said it so many times, but like Video Game Donkey has the best video on the entire story, because he sums it all up while also making zero sense, but it's actually pretty much the story.
Yeah. But, like, so these three characters are just shoehorned in and made to be, like, extremely important to the Kingdom Hearts plot from the beginning, even though they weren't. Like, that when they made Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and 358 and all that, you can tell they were just like, all right, we need those, like, wow moments or something. I don't know. I also have a theory that, you know, they had Chain of Memories and 358 and stuff, and they were able to make those games because they were, like, kind of side stories of the main characters that wouldn't ruin the main games. Whereas they were about to make
this game was like, let's just fuck up everything.
Well, I think they were like, we can't make another game about Sora, because what if people don't buy this version? You know, it's going to really hurt for making Kingdom Hearts 3. The story's already hard to follow as it is. And they were probably like, you know what we need? Like some side characters that'll be in the, you know, they'll be like cameos and like kind of important to the main game. But if you haven't played this, it's okay. And it'll be like, these are the characters we use in the side games. Like I have a feeling these are supposed to be the side story characters. You know, that would be cameos in the main.
Yeah, they should have thought about that before they did the browser game.
Oh,
that actually has like way more implications than anything.
I'm not gonna lie, I also beat that, but by beat that, that's also just a video. I watched the video. That was brutal. I'm not even talking about it.
Imagine that not being in video form.
Yeah. But yeah, so this game, the first part, 3 characters added to double the amount of main characters, shoehorned into the main story, and like, not great. Like, it feels pointless to me the whole time. As I was playing, as I chose Ven as my playthrough, it felt pointless. Like, why do I care about these people? Sora's like 6 years old, and he's Kingdom Hearts. That's the story. Everything's around him. I do not care about these 3 people. So that's the first issue. Second issue. This is a PlayStation portable game that they remastered for a big screen. The issue is it still feels like a PlayStation portable game. It feels like really small worlds that were designed to be played in maybe 30-minute bursts, because each world in the game, you finish it within 30 minutes. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you'll go and you'll actually be in the worlds for a long time, and you revisit a lot and all that kind of stuff, right? Like there's actual world building, you know, pun intended, I guess, with like the Aladdin's world and Hercules' world and stuff, that even when you go back in Kingdom Hearts 2, you're following those stories, and it's like actually kind of a big deal. Here, it's like you go to, you know, Cinderella's world, which is you show up in her room. She's like, oh, hi. And then it's like, okay, we need to help Cinderella make a dress. So you go into the only other room available in the world, which is just the living room of her house. You find items like thread, go back to her room. She has a cutscene where she makes her dress, or the animals make her dress, but they're like, oh, but the cat's out there, and the cat from the Cinderella movie, and that's like the boss. So you go back to the other room and fight the cat, and then you leave the world. So the world is 2 fucking rooms. It's like useless. Even when you go to like Sleeping Beauty's area, it's like a dungeon without anything else. Snow White's world is like a mine with her house, and a small forest which is just used for like a boss fight. Like, it feels like the worlds are so small and so pointless. And I get it because it was on a PSP. So probably limitations to the hardware. And also they knew people were playing this like on the bus on the way to school or to work. So you're going to play for half an hour and you want to be able to get through at least a world in every half an hour so you can move on, right?
Maybe that should have been a better idea for a franchise that doesn't have already a convoluted enough story.
Oh my God, yes. The other issue is also like technically while you play it, it's really hard to play because the camera is so attached to like the main character's back.
That was the big thing. The camera's so bad in this game.
It's so bad. And like you had to lock onto enemies because if they jump to the left or right, you can't see them. Because it's so much just on the main character and like right on their back that you can't see most of the actual level. And the camera reacts like so aggressively because of it. And you lose enemies every 2 seconds. Like they move around a lot and all this stuff happens and you cannot see them. So you got to like lock onto them and just hope to heck that you'll be able to like find them and do some damage. I fought one boss in the game where it's you and the actual like all three main characters are like in this one fight. I never saw the other two characters and I saw like the boss's foot. That was the entire boss fight. And then I defeated the boss and I genuinely didn't even know how. It was such a ridiculous camera system. Again, I understand on the PSP why it'd be like that, but obviously they left it like that for the remaster, and it's just like really, really rough to get through. So the technical limitations made the worlds feel really small, like they were designed to be in 30-minute bursts, and the camera was awful because of it and all this other stuff. But then this leads me to my final gripe with this game, which is the most importantly annoying one to me. It is that this is one of those games where there are three main characters and you actually have to beat the game as all three characters to unlock the final part of the game. But all three characters don't have a different story. They have a different story, but it's not like they're going to different worlds and it's like one long game just with, changing chapter 1 to one character and chapter 2 to another. You literally play the same worlds and I think the same order as just three different characters. So I played through only once. I didn't even do all three. I played through as one character, barely got through it, and then I just went on YouTube and watched like the final part. Because even just playing through as one character, you get like 80% of the story. You get that much. You know what's going on, and it's only like the little bits that you would have got maybe from the other character's perspective to fill in like that 20%. So you have to play through the game once, you get 80% of the story, play through the game again as one other character, fill in some blanks that make up maybe another 10%, and then play through it a third time to get that final 10% of the story. And then finally, yes, you've seen everything that happened. It unlocks the final ending part. You get to go and do the final boss battle and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, to play through this 3 times would have fucking killed me. Like, it was brutal with all of the things I already had complaints about. And then to have the audacity to make me have to play through it 3 times. If it was only the one playthrough that took me about 8 hours, I would have been like, okay, I can forgive this. It's a shorter game. It's 8 hours. Fine. It is what it is. The fact that I beat it once, but would have had to beat it 2 more times just as different characters, and then finally get to the final area, atrocious. I hate that form of video game storytelling. Like, I don't get why they did that. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. The only thing I liked of this game is when I YouTubed the ending and I just saw where the characters ended up. I didn't need all the filler, honestly, even in the middle. Nothing really even happens besides just meeting some Disney characters. And I know people say that with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 that happens, but no. The main story progresses with each world. Here, it didn't even feel like it did that. It was just like, have you seen my friends? No? Oh, I'll help you, Cinderella, kill a cat. Okay, cat's down. I'm going to go and look for my friends on the next world. And it's just that over and over and over and over. Like, oh, I did not like it. Out of a 6, I give this like a 3. Not great. Maybe even a 2. Honestly, probably a 2. Because I had higher hopes because it's a Kingdom Hearts game. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I give those like almost perfect scores. This one, no. No, watch it as a video. Do not play this game. If you need the story, just watch the highlights on YouTube. Trust me, you'll get enough of what you need from it.
All right, well, let's talk about a game you actually liked.
Oh my God, Until Then is so good. Until Then is so beautiful. Holy crap.
And now you know why it was my game of the year last year.
Yes. Oh my God. Like, it's taken me a while to get there. I didn't pick this up until the Steam summer sale. I actually picked up this and a Space for the Unbound as like a bundle. So I will be starting that at some point
Can't wait to
soon.
hear what you think about that one too.
I can't play it right
And
after
it's two different
this.
developers too, which is crazy.
Yeah. I can't. If it's anything like this, I can't start it yet. I need a break.
Yeah, you will need a break.
I need an emotional
I will tell you
break.
right now, you will need a break.
I could not believe how good this was. And I mean this in the biggest compliment. I haven't felt this good or moved or happy or emotional or whatever word you want to use about a story in a video game since To the Moon. And To the Moon is like one of my favorite video games of all time. One of my favorite stories. I cried to that and I cried to this. I beat this last
game
night.
Hits you at the highest levels and hits you with the highest of lows.
Oh my God, yes.
Or lowest of lows.
Lowest of lows, yeah.
It is a game where you will love one character and wish death upon another.
Yes. Yes. Oh, it is To the Moon, like, level of storytelling with the emotions and all the hard hitting and all the like incredible storytelling. But To the Moon obviously was made in like RPG Maker. So a lot of the other stuff, the mini games, the graphics, that was mostly imagination you'd have to use, and it was the story and the music of To the Moon. Here you have the same quality of music, the same quality of story, but a much better art style with actual fun little mini games that like aren't awful. They're actually like a nice change of pace to the very emotional and everything, moving story. But this game surprised the hell out of me. First, one thing I'll throw out there, this took me like 18 hours and I was not taking my time. Like, I was going through it, wanting to learn what happened next. I couldn't stop.
It's a game where you will want to talk to every single person to get as much of the story sunk into you.
Yeah, and like, you just going through the story, there's no side quests, there's no like extras and all that kind of stuff. It took me 18 hours and it's just pure story. Like, this is longer than most seasons of a TV show, and this is just nonstop story. Like, this is a show, like it's a visual novel in a way, right? Obviously. But imagine like an HBO show with like 18 episodes at an hour length. And that's what you're getting here. Like, it's so good. It's so beautiful. The characters, like, every single one has their own personality. There's no voice acting, and I honestly liked it better that way.
I think that's what saves it, because if it had like janky voice acting, it probably ruins a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Like, the words were able to hit a lot more because they'd even do like different things with the font when it was something in like, the world, something freaky's going on and somebody's memory's starting to shake and all that.
And also,
like,
the facial expressions are very well put together for a game that looks very much like, I don't know, what's the best way to explain it? Like Super Nintendo on steroids, kind of, in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know anything about this going in. Like, obviously you'd had your review, but you didn't really spoil anything, or at least if you did, I didn't remember it. So when I went into this, I just knew like, okay, it's going to be a bit of a mystery and it's going to have emotions, because I've played To the Moon and that was a bit of mystery with a ton of emotions, right? Same thing happens here, but where it went with the story and everything, I was not expecting. And I'm not gonna spoil anything in this because this is a fairly new game, and I beg everybody listening to this, if you want just a good story, play this game. Like, Adam has already said it. I'm gonna just reiterate. This is an incredible story. You don't have to be into visual novels or anything like that. Just if you are somebody who you really liked, some sort of TV show that had an incredible story, you will love this. It is not some like crap story, or like, I don't know, if you're like looking at this art style, it's like, oh, that just looks like anime or an anime story. Like, it is not any of that. It is a hard hitting, real story that I honestly would put on the level. Obviously, if you play To the Moon, what I'm talking about, but I would honestly put this on level that the only way I would show, like, if you're somebody who only listens to watches shows or movies and stuff like that, this is like an HBO level kind of show. Like, this is not something you would find anywhere else other than there, and even then I don't think it would translate. But again, I'm just trying to like bring it out of the gaming sphere for anybody who just like, because this is just story. Like, the gameplay is very little. You do move a character around, you choose who to talk to and interact with, but for the most part, you're there for the story. the feels, the music, that kind of stuff, right?
I would go out on a limb and say, like, the longer that I might have to go back and replay this game at some point too, just to really remind myself of a lot of the intricacies of it. Mm-hmm. The more I think about it, the more that I don't think that there's a story that I've ever seen that's been told better than this one.
No, honestly, like, this is some of the best writing there's probably a book that exists out there, obviously.
Well, I mean, in terms of video games, but yeah.
But in terms of video games, absolutely. There's nothing that I can think of. The only thing that compares, honestly, in my own opinion, which is extremely high praise, is To the Moon. Because to me, that was like probably the best written story. And this
the closest I would think of is like Mass Effect 2. But Mass Effect 2 is also combat heavy, so that does a lot of the lifting too. This game does not have combat.
No.
This game is just side-scrolling, like walk around, talk to people. So it's all story being the driving force here.
Yes. And it is emotional. Like, I'm not going to lie. You warned me about kind of the ending where you're like, it's bittersweet. That's all I'm going to say about it. I am angry and happy at the ending. I've just...
You're also glad that I told you to keep playing.
Yes. Yeah,
Because if you're like me, I almost finished the game off of the first ending. And that would have been really bad.
Yes, this is one of those games where it does keep going, but it's not where it's just, play the game again. It is not that. This is how you do it correctly compared to Birth by Sleep for Kingdom Hearts, where you literally just
without
play it again.
Spoiling anything, like, there's a new game plus. However, it's not it's not just doing the story again and there's like something at the end. No, the game starts similarly, and then you start to see that it's changing.
Yeah. You think it's a new game plus?
Without any spoilers, you don't know the reasons as to why, but you'll know soon after when you start that second playthrough.
Yeah. You'd think it's a new game plus, but really it's a continuation of the story, like, in a way. Like, it's best to kind of think of it like that. You need to keep playing, basically, is what we're saying. But yeah, this is honestly, like... I could, if it weren't for Claire Obscure this year and how that, like, I just have such a soft spot for that. This is probably my, this is going to be my,
I was going to say, this is going to be your Gin and Chris
This
classic.
is my Gin and Chris classic. Like, I wasn't sure. I had a bunch of games that were, like, lined up to compete for that. This just went and fucking kicked them all in the teeth. This is my Gin and Chris classic. Easily, by far. Like, there's nothing that even comes close anymore.
The fact that you also, like you said a couple of times, compared it to the Moon, like, I wasn't expecting that level of praise. Now that I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that confirms that, yeah, this story really is that powerful.
This is as, like, To the Moon hit me really hard, and this hit me just as hard. It's hard to say which one has, like, maybe the better story or the better emotional part to it and everything, because both of them hit me, like, fucking, like, a ton of bricks.
Well, you haven't hit the end yet, so we'll see.
Hit the end of
the entire game.
Of this one?
Yes.
What do you mean I haven't hit the end of this entire
game? Have you actually finished the full thing?
I finished the full
thing.
So
because the last time we spoke, you'd only gotten past the first ending.
So no, sure. No, from that moment we talked, I played another, like, 9 hours yesterday to finish
So, without saying, because this is the only way I'm going to find out, how much did you cry at the last point of the train station?
So what makes this even worse is I stayed up till like 2-something in the morning finishing this on my Steam Deck, which, by the way, runs amazing on that. So yeah, I fucking cried. Like, I was tired. This story, I wouldn't let it go. And then everything, it finishes off. I was happy, I was sad, I was angry, like, all these emotions were hitting me. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't sleep, and when I woke up this morning, I was like, I needed a minute. Like, I was still processing the ending to this game, which no other game has done that in a really long time. I'll finish even Claire Obscure and stuff, which I think has, like, great ending choices and stuff, especially if you want to still be angry and not. They didn't, like, last with me for days. This was with me all morning, and I beat it last night. And, like, it was with me as I was trying to sleep. Like, this was a hard-hitting, beautiful fucking story of a game. And I loved every character. I was hoping for certain things in the ending. I didn't get those certain things in the ending.
The one thing, again, without spoiling, is my interpretation of the ending is me going, I think they'll still get together. It's just not going to happen the way that it did originally.
Yeah, no. But it's like...
I think the implication is that it probably will still happen, but... Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Like... And that's what I was hoping for. I'm like, oh, it's going to be obvious. They're just going to... Oh, God,
nope.
Nope. God damn it. either way, play this game. If anybody is going to, like, it's not expensive. It's a very fairly priced game. I would pay full price for this. I got it in the Steam summer sale, so obviously it was a little on sale. Probably 50% off or something like that. Steam winter sale, if anybody's listening to this when it goes live, the Steam winter sale is like a week and a day after this episode goes live. It's 1 week after the Game Awards. You know, it's going to go on sale again in there. Grab this. Like, whether you play on, I checked, it's on consoles too. Like, if you play on PlayStation, if you're on Xbox, you're on whatever, like, this is on all of them. Grab it on whatever you can grab it on and play it. Like, this for me, such an incredible, beautiful game. Especially finishing this right after Birth by Sleep. I went from being so upset and like, this game sucks to
being
like,
so upset, but for good reasons.
Yeah, but for good reasons. Like, man, just, oh, I've said so much about this already, but yeah, beautiful. Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, so glad.
Yep.
I'll never get Kaylan to play this, but at least I got one person on it.
Yeah, and now it's just a space for the Unbound, which will be after I beat a few games. I'm gonna play like Doom and shit, and like just let my brain just get.
Oh yeah, you definitely need a palate cleanser.
Yeah, I need it.
In fact, I'd honestly tell you to wait until at least January to play Space for the Unbound.
Yeah, I got a couple games.
Give yourself a month-long break before you break your spirit again.
Yeah, I got a couple games I'm gonna play for the rest of the year, which I'll talk about in another episode, obviously. But yeah.
Well, hey, speaking of games that might come out in January onward, hey, let's talk about the Game Awards, because stuff might get announced there. We already did talk about at least what our big fish is going to be, but now we're into the awards. So, like I said, we're not going to do all of them, because some of them just, like, even content creator, like, the only one that I even recognize really is Charlie or Moist Criticals. It's like, I don't have an opinion on most of it.
Yeah.
Now, on stream, we're going to pick, because we're just going to be like, that one.
We're doing it live.
Which, by the way, we will be streaming live for the Game Awards on the YouTube channel, so make sure if you are not already subscribed to us on YouTube that you're doing so. But let's get into our awards. So I'm starting from the bottom, or at least the order that the Game Awards lists them. So, like, Game of the Year is normally the first award you pick the nomination for when you're on the website. I went in reverse order, so Game of the Year will be the last one we do. So I will switch frames here on the video screen, so those that are watching, we're actually going to have a visual representation of what we're picking here. But we're going to start off with most anticipated game. Now, it shouldn't be GTA 6, but it's going to be GTA 6.
I think that all three of us would put our vote on the GTA 6 for this one.
Even though it should be either First Light or Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, also, Witcher 4, I don't see that coming out. Like, is that supposed to be coming out next year?
Well, remember, most anticipated game isn't necessarily meaning a game that's coming out the next year. Oh, it's just
in general. Okay, I was like, because that's a far, like, to me, that's too far away to be anticipating it yet at all.
But this game is disqualified because GTA can't win an award twice. Yeah, you don't get to delay a game and win a second award. So the actual winner is First Light, and that's our actual vote. Oh, crap, the DQ went with it.
Why is Dairy Queen voting for 007?
You know what? You're stuck with it. Now you're voting for the disqualified one.
Sweet. So, wait, if I'm right, but it's disqualified, now I don't know.
It doesn't count on the stream. We're doing it live then. But yeah, it's going to be GTA 6.
Oh, 100% it's going to be
If
GTA
it's not,
6.
I'll be genuinely surprised.
Yeah.
Best adaptation. All right, well, there we go. Kaylan is voting for Splinter Cell. We got that part down.
The funny thing is his favorite fucking game, basically, besides Splinter Cell, is Last of Us.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally voting for The Last of Us, not because of anything specifically, but just because it's the biggest name, and I don't think... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go hot take. I think it's going to go to Minecraft.
Ooh, interesting.
And the only reason for that is I don't look at any of these and go, well, this is being talked about fondly, so I'm going with the one that just has the most views and most buzz.
Yeah, like, because the Minecraft movie, even if, like, adults... critiqued it bad. Every 13-year-old on Earth thought, because I saw that with my nephew, who's 9, and everybody in the theater was wild. Like, it was insane.
Now remember, I'm not picking Minecraft because I want it to win. I'm picking it because I think it's going to win.
Yeah. I'm going to still vote for Last of Us right now. I may change when we're doing it live, but I don't know. Like, Last of Us was definitely panned. It was, like, nowhere near as good as Season 1. But I mean, also the game has that same issue, I think. But yeah, I still think, like, quality-wise, if I was just to pick the one that had the most quality put into the show, I'd still go with The Last of Us.
Yeah. It's hard to say otherwise, but like this is the 1 year where I'm like, really, nothing actually came out this year.
Yeah.
Because like when I was initially thinking of who's gonna win, I was like, okay, like there's probably a couple of things, and then I looked up the list. I'm like, wow, nothing really came out adaptation wise this year.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because usually there's at least a couple of like obvious ones.
Yes.
But anyways, best multiplayer. I guess I should probably be saying all the ones, so I'll start doing it now. Best multiplayer, we got Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. I'm going to go with the Buzz one again personally and go Arc Raiders.
Yeah, see, this is where I'm torn, because if you had asked me a few weeks ago, Battlefield 6 would definitely be the one that I'd be picking. But
I don't know if Arc Raiders necessarily deserves it, but again, I'm thinking of a way of like how voting's going to go.
Yeah. I think I'm still going to put my vote on Battlefield 6. Yeah. Just because...
what would Kaylan go? I think Kaylan would go Elden Ring, honestly.
Yeah, honestly. If he went for Peak, I'd be confused.
I don't even know. Like, every time I hear a lot of things about this game, and I've never seen it before, so I have no clue.
The Peak one?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a bunch of it. It is... Honestly, it probably deserves best multiplayer because it is pretty ridiculous and fun to play with friends, but it won't have the popularity that the other ones have.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing special on that one. I think that one's also going to be kind of straightforward down the line. Sports and racing. This is a two-person race as far as I'm concerned. It's either going to be Mario Kart or Sonic Racing.
Yeah.
And honestly, because the vibes of Mario Kart have been so lackluster, I'm actually going to go Sonic.
I'm going Sonic as well, to be completely honest. And it's not just because of the Sonic posters and all the shit behind
because it's funny, Kaylan is voting for it as well, because why does Sonic need a car?
He's still so upset at that. To make it fair, Kaylan.
Oh wait, I gotta put. There we go. Now he's in the right spot.
Oh, I wish that was the thumbnail of today's episode.
No, I already have the better thumbnail. It's a picture.
I know
you do.
do.
Of Expedition 33 with the Game Award trophy in the background.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
It does. It does. It's going to be a great thumbnail.
But yeah, I can't wait to actually get my hands on this game. It's just I'm not paying as much as it's costing right now to play a game that I probably won't play that often.
Honestly, I wouldn't have paid even for Mario Kart what they charge for it, which is way more than Sonic Racing. But
yeah, and I mean Mario Kart's fun. Like we've played it a couple of times. It's fun to play, but like
oh yeah,
I honestly still like it a lot. I'm sad that a lot of people don't seem to care about it as much, but I think also like so much happened with Mario Kart 8 that I think people just kind of got a little burnt out of it.
Yeah, I think that's actually the issue. I think that Mario Kart World is a really great game. I think it's that they did so much with Mario Kart 8.
If Mario Kart World came out maybe a year or so later, I think this would be a much different story.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a rough... Yeah, because it's like the launch title, which it's like fun, but it's like not doing anything crazy as like a... I don't remember what launched with the original Switch, but I know that Mario Odyssey came real soon and all that kind of stuff, right? So, yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely voting the Sonic Racing here.
Yeah, makes sense there. Let's see. Sim Strategy. I keep forgetting to do the names. I'm sorry, guys. For Sim Strategy, it's Final Fantasy Tactics, the remake, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Civilization 7, Tempest Rise, and The Alters 2-Point Museum.
Ooh.
I'm taking a risk here, but I actually do think that the Alters might grab it just because I think there's a bit of an interest buzz to it in the journalistic side of things.
100%.
Because here's the thing. 2-Point Museum, no one's really saying much about it. Civ 7 might just have a shot because it's Civ 7. And I'm just hoping, and Chris, this is not against the game, I don't like the fact of basically a remaster winning.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think Tactics deserves this. To be completely honest, I don't think Jurassic World Evolution 3 does because they've had two other games and like nothing's really different from each of them. Civ 7 I don't think actually has been received extremely well.
Like my brain is going, it's one of three ways. I think it's Final Fantasy because it's actually really good. Mm-hmm. Civ 7 because of its name recognition, and then the Alters because of like in like close inner circles of gaming journalists, they fucking adore this game.
Yes, and to be honest, I'm going with the Alters as well. That's what I was going to go with as soon as I saw this list. I played the Alters, and I think that it is the most unique of all the games here. They're all based. Oh, I don't know about Tempest Rising, but the other ones are all like sequels, I guess, like 2-Point, Hospital, Campus, and now Museum. Final Fantasy Tactics is a remaster. Civilization 7, Jurassic World 3. Like, The Altars is the one that I think truly does deserve it. I think it will actually get that recognition.
But we know Kaylan's going to be right because as the JRPG king, he's voting for Final Fantasy Tactics.
He must be so happy.
He's going to watch this episode and be so fucking mad at me.
He's not watching this episode.
That's true. Hey, Kaylan, when we next talk, when we're in the chat, next time we're talking, just say, I am the true JRPG king and I'll know you watch this episode.
Love it.
Oop. Clicked one too many there. Best family game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is going to be the winner, but the other games are going to be Lego Party, Lego Voyagers. Didn't know there were 2 Lego games out this year. Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. It's a Game of the Year nominee. It has to be.
Yeah, I think that Donkey Kong Bonanza has it. While I do think that Sonic Racing and Mario Kart are incredible family games, as probably the Lego ones and stuff are too, Donkey Kong Bonanza just gets it, I think. It has a feature where the second player is just basically Pauline on the back, and all you do is like shoot words. Like she sings a word and the word takes out, like it does destruction to like the world around. So you can actually have an adult and a kid play where the adult's, Donkey Kong, and your kid is just pressing the button and shooting out words and destroying stuff, and must be so fun. Requires like little to no actual gaming ability. Like I think also just as a family game, it's a really great way to make it like multiplayer and include kids and stuff. I think it's a great idea. So
yeah, for sure.
I think it wins.
But yeah, it's the Game of the Year nominee. It's like, if you're the one action game in the list that's got Game of the Year, like I'd expect you to win too. So like,
yeah,
it's one of those cases where I don't think there's much deliberation on this one.
100%.
Best fighting game. This is without a shadow of a doubt the biggest joke this year.
Wow,
the biggest joke.
This is what the hell. They're just collections.
2XKO, which is basically a League of Legends fighter.
Yeah.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. 2 collections and 1 redo.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to be like really crazy and say it's going to be Fatal Fury, even though it probably is going to be 2XKO. But
yeah.
Like, Fatal Fury actually is a solid, like I didn't talk much about, I don't even know if I did talk about it on the show. It's actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. I never.
What are you
played
thinking,
it.
Chris?
I'm thinking it's the 2XKO.
Yeah.
League of Legends is it's popular. I think it's literally just going to be because of that. I haven't played the game. I'm just going based on that it's a Riot Games game and not a collection, oddly enough.
And then Kaylan just got the word, and he's going to be the hot take and say collection actually deserves it. He's, it's Kaylan's vote. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, no, he just told us. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, you got to deal with it. But yeah, no, this category's stupid. Like I think there's probably like a not great amount of fighting games that came out this year, but I'm thinking like there's got to be at least like some indie ones you could have given the shout out to.
Yeah, because last year was like Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6, I think, right?
I feel like I need to go look. I'm going to go take a quick gander. Fighting games released in 2025. I'm curious. I also love that when games get re-released, they count it as a game that was released in 2025. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Man, I'm like, was there?
What does the Reddit subreddit for fighting games say? Let's see. Oh yeah, because last year they put Sifu in it, which also was stupid.
Sifu that's not a fighting game. It's an action game. What the hell?
Even the fighting game subreddit doesn't even say much. That's not a good sign. So no wonder they probably were desperate to put games in here.
I think that's what it is. I think that there was not really many fighting games released, and so they just went with technically what was released, not necessarily these are the actual 5 best. They're just some collections and stuff.
I'm trying so hard. Wikipedia, please help me.
I mean, if you have to search this hard, then that's probably more than the Game Awards searched.
Well, let's see. I'm just going to quickly scroll. I control F fighting. Let's see if I can find anything. Oh, they could have put the Marvel vs. Capcom collection in there. Ooh.
Well, I can't do Capcom Fighting Collection 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay, when did this come out? There's my first one. Let's see. Wikipedia, I hate you. Sometimes you're ruining it for me. So Bleach had a fighting game. They could have put that in there, even whether it's good or not, doesn't matter. It could have applied.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's a game called Pocket Bravery. Did this come out? Nope, doesn't count. All right, that one doesn't count either. I at least found one already. That's already a good start.
Yeah. Not a great category this year. Not gonna lie.
No, there's Fatal Fury. There's the Capcom Collection. Street Fighter 6 is a re-release. Here's some random fucking... I don't even know what system that is. That's got to be a Japanese thing. Hunter x Hunter. Did that game come out this year? It did. Okay, there's two that could have come out. And it's an Arc System partially worked on game. Okay, yeah. Okay, there's two. That could have replaced the two collections right there. Can we find something that would have taken the spot of the fucking Virtua Fighter one? There's a Demon Slayer one. Did that come out this year? No, that one didn't. Did this one? Because there's two. Nope. No Demon Slayer for you. And I've never heard of this before. Aquapausa. Nope, that didn't come out. This is another problem. So many of these things are re-releases. Oh, this Ease vs. Trails game. I think that came out. Well, it's a PlayStation Portable thing, but that's like from 2010. You know what? That counts. All right, I found the 3 replacements. Fuck them.
You're just going to redo it.
Well, I don't have the Photoshop capability to be that quick with it, so I'm not. But...
Yeah.
But anyways, that was more time than I needed to spend on that category, but I needed to prove a point.
Yes, point proven. I think you win.
All right, best RPG. And okay,
so it's between Avowed, Claire Obscure, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2. Which is actually...
I wonder who's going to win that. But honestly, it's not a bad category. I mean, you got 2 Game of the Year nominees in there.
Yeah, this is actually decent.
I'm going to put Kaylan on the Avow one because he does love that game a lot.
He does. It's actually a decent year. Like Outer Worlds 2, I haven't played it, and I know that you did, and you kind of dropped off it. But still, I've heard it's a decent game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It's just I don't have it in me to play a game. It was the same with Avowed. Like I actually enjoyed playing both of them. I just don't have the capability to play that level of boring story for 30 plus hours.
I actually loved Avowed. Like it was one of those games where I couldn't really put it down and just kind of wanted to know what was going to happen next and go explore and level up and all that kind of stuff. It was like happy Skyrim.
I blame the burnout.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's open world. Like it's the same reason that I struggle to start some games right now. But Claire Obscure is obviously going to, like, it's my game of the year.
This is where it starts.
Yeah, this is where it starts. And if it was going to win at least one, like, I feel like for the year, and especially compared to the others, like, this is probably where it deserves it the most.
Oh, yeah. I mean, apart from best performance, we probably get to that. But
yes. Yeah.
Best action adventure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Silk Song, Indiana Jones, and Split Fiction. So, it really should be Indiana Jones, but it's going to be Silk Song.
Yeah, this is tough for me because I almost feel the exact same as you, where I want it to be Indiana Jones, and I feel like it deserves it.
But then people be like, "But why is it not Game of the Year then?"
Yeah,
you know what? Game of the Years.
No, I'm still going Indiana Jones. I'm still throwing it in there. Don't be wrong; it could also be deserving to go to Split Fiction. I haven't played that one yet. I've heard incredible things, and we know how his games are.
I still look, like, I'm not trying to talk trash about it. I still don't get how Death Stranding 2 got Game of the Year. I don't get it.
I don't know what that's doing there either. Like the other 4, I get it. I don't think Ghost of Yotei would have been able to stand against the others, to be honest. Like maybe Death Stranding, but I mean compared to Silk Song, Indiana, and even Split Fiction, I feel Ghost of Yotei probably wouldn't be able to keep up. But at least I get why it's there. Death Stranding, I don't get it. Yeah, I don't. But I don't know. I'm going indie because I think that game was fucking incredible. And I'm surprised it actually showed up, because usually games that release that late in the previous year, like, almost don't show up here because of recency bias. So at least it's here.
It also makes you wonder how weak the rest of the year was, that just nothing else got put in.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's going to be a sad one. Action game, Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Well, I know where you're going.
Yeah, I mean...
Even though it's again, it's the Game of the Year logic, so Hades 2 is my vote.
So here's the thing. If I was actually to pick which one's going to win, it's Hades 2. I guarantee you it's actually going to be Hades 2. But I'm going to throw out that, to me personally, I played Hades 1, so I'm assuming 2 is very similar. To me, personal preference, Shinobi was my best of this entire list. Just because it's designed to be like an old Sega Genesis game, but with modern like art style kind of graphics and stuff. So for me, it is like perfection, but I do think Hades 2 is going to take it.
I almost want to hot take this. I know it's stupid and you would never do this. They should not give out the Game of the Year nominees for this award show.
Oh,
because
okay.
then you would be able to just kind of guess who's going to win all the other ones.
Yes.
Because, well, I mean, unless they do something weird and like, oh, let's say like the last category with action adventure that they somehow give it to indie, right? Because then the conversation becomes, well, why are these games Game of the Year but not even winning their own category?
Yes.
Because at least when Metaphor beat 7 Remake last year, like they were both Game of the Year nominees.
Yes. Yeah.
So
100%.
like my expectation is, well, if it's a Game of the Year nominee, Hades 2 has to win. I know that you would obviously never do this because you want marketing, but like, why would you give away the Game of the Year list when it just automatically says, oh, here's who's obviously going to win this category because they're the only Game of the Year nominee that's in this category?
Exactly. No, I completely agree with that, actually. I don't even think that's a hot take. I think that's just a smart way to do it.
It would make the award show kind of cooler at the end because now you'd be like, oh, who actually got nominated?
Yeah.
Because you know when they do the whole orchestra thing? That could have so much more impact now because you'll hear a song that you like from that game and you'll be like, oh shit, they fucking got a nomination.
Yeah, like it would be exciting because it would be unknown. It would make people also stick around to the end of the show because I'm sure some people
It would make that orchestral medley, though, so much more intense.
Oh, I love this idea. Maybe you should be Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should be. All those people that told me that I'm not actually running the Game Awards, you know what? I think I actually should be.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think that's a really smart, even just marketing-wise, I think that's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's enough about Expedition not winning awards. So let's get on to the next one where they're clearly going to win, even though I'm going to cry very, very hard that both Blueprints and Dispatch are not taking this award.
Yeah, like...
And I also, again, this should not be a category that they should be in.
No, I completely agree. I love Claire. It's
the Megabonk devs, for the exact same reason that Claire Obscure shouldn't be in this, pulled out. That's why there's only 4. And it's weird looking at this page still.
Yeah, it is weird seeing only the 4. Yeah, they didn't even replace it with something else. Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. You don't want to be...
And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure who I pick between Blueprints and Dispatch. Even though I think I like Blueprints, like, it's got a better shot at being Game of the Year for me. Dispatch was really good, too.
Yeah, I almost would want to give it to Dispatch. I haven't even played Dispatch yet, but, like, just from what I've seen from it, like...
I'm hoping that they win Player's Choice because they're one of the 5 nominees that made it to the final round of voting. Nice. But I have a feeling it'll probably still end up being Claire Obscure. Probably,
yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Claire Obscure here, but this will be probably the one award, or at least the most, where I don't think
they
it
have
should
the balls to be like, you know what, let's throw somebody else a bone here.
Yeah, like, it's
Blueprint they should win this award.
I don't care if they're, like, technically indie. They're definitely not a debut indie. They're all
when most of those
devs
are, like, vets.
Yeah.
No. Blueprints was made by one person who's never made a game before.
Yeah, it's like it's like when the guy who made Final Fantasy leaves Square to start his own company and makes a game. He's not an indie dev.
I mean, even Dispatch shouldn't be best debut indie because they're mostly Telltale devs.
Yeah, true. So I guess by that, Blueprints wins.
Yeah, as I've said before, debut indie, honestly, if you want to use it correctly, it should be first time like teams that have never been on the map before.
Yeah, because
like this is where you pull out these like small, like either single or like very small like passion project indie teams that no one's ever heard of before.
Yeah, if you're an act like because you can start a new indie studio, but it's filled with people who've been in the industry for like 30 years, and you get all the people who made like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and all that shit and put them together. You're just the people who made Chrono Trigger. Like, you're not an indie dev. Like,
well, I mean, not everyone can be Mighty Number 9, though, right?
That wouldn't even have won if it was a debut indie.
No. But then actual independent game, let's just go right back to it again. But the best independent, Absalom, which I've heard good things about, but I haven't taken a look at. Ball Axe Pit, which is actually really good.
Really good.
And then Blueprints, Claire Obscure, Hades 2, and Silksong.
I'm not going to lie. I love this list. This is
Claire Obscure. This is probably the best category of the entire show, and quite possibly the best, like, pound for pound 6 nominees I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, like the only one I have no idea about is the
Apparently it's like a beat 'em up, and it's gotten major praise.
Okay. that sounds fantastic. Because I haven't played Silksong yet, but I played Hollow Knight, so I kind of know what I'm expecting.
I've seen the trailer for it and the art style for Absolem, or I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Absolem, but it looks gorgeous.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that right after this, because if it's in the same line here as these other games, like Ball Pit, amazing. Blueprints, amazing. Hades 2, I played Hades 1 and I've seen Hades 2. It looks amazing. Silksong, same thing. For it to be right next to them means this is something I have to look up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clear Obscure is going to get it, but like, you know what? I actually have a feeling with this one. I'm not going to change my vote, but I have a feeling in this one we're going to be surprised and Clear Obscure doesn't take it. I have a feeling they are going to give it to another one.
I honestly think it's going to be the opposite. I think they're going to give Blueprint's debut just to shut people up a little bit, because I think they've heard a lot of the conversation ever since Megabonk pulled out.
Yes.
So I think they'll give Blueprints that, but they'll ultimately give Clair Obscure the actual best independent game. Because people are going to be like, well, why didn't it win best debut? And there'll be the conversation that we'll have to have and be like, well, look, guys, like, I think they understood after the Megabonk thing that they really shouldn't be giving this to like companies that are feature like a bunch of like veterans to the industry.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm hoping for, but there's always a chance they might pull some weird stuff. However, I will say this. If Clair Obscure does not win best independent game and then wins game of the year, this is the point where I go, I know that we can't take these award shows all that seriously to begin with, but like you have to understand how weird that looks.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's like it's the best game, but in this category it doesn't win. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it's almost like it shouldn't be an indie game. I guess it
it is.
It is, but yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, this is gonna be one that's gonna be more based off of feeling. I didn't pull out every award that was like, we aren't really gonna fully know. I think we can still have some opinions on this. So, best community support. The reason I kept this is because I'm not gonna lie, the Helldivers 2 team have been working their ass off to try to save this game over the last like 12 months.
For sure, I 100% agree with that.
I don't know who actually wins it, but like I think that they deserve it the most of anybody.
I think they deserve it the most too. Like Baldur's Gate, they did some great stuff this year. They actually made a Linux version of the game so that it runs on Steam Deck natively, and they purely did it for the Steam Deck, which is what's wild to me. So Baldur's Gate, I can see why it's here. Final Fantasy 14, it's an MMO, and they're constantly pouring shit into it.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's probably between Baldur's Gate 3, Helldivers 2, and Fortnite just off of recognition. Because I think 14's been in this enough that I think they don't need it anymore. And No Man's Sky, I'm sure the community support's great over there. I mean, obviously you're getting the nomination, but I don't hear anybody really saying much about it anymore.
No. And like Fortnite, like, I guess I get it. Like they're always putting updates, but it's a free-to-play game. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that kind of irks me here is the other games, especially if you take like Helldivers and Baldur's Gate and stuff, they're paid games where you have no subscription or battle passes and shit. I get Helldivers has like war bonds you can buy, but they're completely not necessary, unlike Fortnite and stuff where the battle passes are like shoved down your throat. For them to keep going with Baldur's Gate or Helldivers or No Man's Sky, like to me that is the better community support, only because like you don't need to keep updating this game. It's already considered good, and it's, people are going to buy it either at full price or on sale. You don't really need to keep updating it.
Like your job at this point is basically keeping everybody engaged.
Yeah, and like Baldur's Gate, even No Man's Sky, to be honest. I don't know if they're still doing it, but at that one point, they were really going in and constantly updating the game. And again, there's like no subscription or anything. There's
a part of me that wants to go back to it, and it's just I've never been able to get the wherewithal to finally just take a crack at it.
For No Man's Sky?
Yeah, because God only knows how different it is now.
I've tried 3 times to get into it, and it's tough. I don't know what it is. It's not a bad game. I think it just might not be something that excites me. But I love the community support behind it from the developers. But I think you're right, where Helldivers 2, that's where it's going to go.
All right. Well, speaking of most of these games, because it's pretty much all the same except for one, best ongoing between 14, Fortnite, Helldivers, Marvel Rivals now, and No Man's Sky.
Ooh.
I'm leaning Marvel Rivals on this one.
That's why I just said woo, because it's like I thought I knew my answer until they threw that in. It's getting so much hype. Like it is, people are in it, and I thought it was going to fail. I thought it was going to be horrible, and it's like it might be
I
the
played
best.
it. I still don't care for it, but it's working. So
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Rivals. It's sad because I would love to go to Helldivers, but
not really much to say otherwise. But yeah, although we'll probably get some Helldivers 2 content, probably.
yeah, I hope they announce something. That'd be cool.
Games for Impact. This one is going to be real interesting. So you probably don't know much about this one, Chris, but I'm going to give the award to Despelate.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that one.
Because if I remember, what country was it? Is it Colombia? Oh shit, I think it is. I think it's based on like when Colombia was like around the time that Colombia was qualifying for the World Cup for the first time. And it's like you just being like a kid growing up in like a soccer. No, Ecuador. There we go.
Ecuador.
I knew it was somewhere around that area. I just couldn't think of the country name. But yeah, but that's the one that I'm going with personally, just because I think that it's one of those things that like it's a feel good story of like, you know, a third world country sort of deal. So it's kind of why I'm leaning with that.
Yeah, because like South of Midnight's the only one I've actually played on this list, and obviously, yeah, Consume Me I haven't touched.
I mean, if we're talking a pro social media or message, Lost Records looks like the kind of game that the right would severely hate because it looks super woke.
Oh, yes, very much so. And to be completely honest, I'm torn between Lost Records and actually, I don't think South of Midnight would win. I don't think that it had as much of a pro social, like it did have it, but I don't think that it was as impactful or as like pushed as hard as probably some of the other games did. I'm probably going to go Lost Records, I think.
Yeah, that seems like a fair one.
It's Don't Nod. Like, that's usually kind of their thing. But yeah, I have a feeling that where you're going with yours is probably what's going to actually win.
And then I'm going to put Kaylan over Consumi because the character looks like they're about to fall into a void like their Ozzie Smith, I believe it was, in the fucking Simpsons episode where all the baseball players in. And he's like the one that's like falling into a void with a camera.
Yes.
And that's probably Kaylan right now in the void because he's not here.
Yep, that makes sense. That's exactly why he would vote that.
Moving on. Best performance, a.k.a. who from Claire Obscure is winning?
God, there is so many.
Even though it should be Troy Baker, because goddamn, that was a good indie.
I have to admit, yeah. So you got Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, and Jennifer English, all from Claire Obscure. You've got...
I'm going to hot take it and actually go the Charlie Cox route.
Wow, okay. We've also got Erika Ishii from Ghost of Yotei, Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F, and then Troy Baker, who's Indiana Jones.
Is that actually the Japanese voice actress? I'm assuming it must be.
It could be.
I'm just
I wonder. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to pick, this is really hard. So I have to go with my boy Ben Starr.
I know you will.
I'm gonna go Ben Starr because he's my boy. But Jennifer English and Troy Baker were fantastic. Like truly, truly fantastic. I was not happy when Troy got selected as Indy at first. I thought like, holy fuck, what they're just picking the guy who's like it's like Nolan North being Indiana Jones. Like, oh great.
Also, I was right. It's actually the Japanese voice actress. That's really fucking cool.
That is very cool. And that also makes me, yeah, that's also a really good one. The only one I have nothing really to say is obviously the actress who did Silent Hill F. I am never fucking playing no Silent Hill game that looks scary as shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's really neat that they decided to actually have a little bit of a change here and throw one of the Japanese voice actresses for Silent Hill instead of the English one.
Yeah, this is a really good list. Honestly, I'm looking at these and it's like, if any of these won, I would actually not be upset. Like, I have reasons for all of them actually winning.
The only one that I would change, and this is based off of like everything I've played, is I would replace Erika Ishii in Ghost of Yotei with the girl that plays Melenui in Hades 2. The amount of dialogue that they have in that game, I never ran out of new things that I heard.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With Hades 1, it was kind of like that too. But I haven't played Hades 2, so I don't know the actual like voice actress for that one specifically. But I could definitely see that.
Because I also think that, why am I forgetting Atsu? Mm-hmm. I honestly didn't think she was that great.
Like the Japanese voice actress?
Well, just in general. Because I've listened to both.
Yeah. So the only thing I'll tell you is that there's 3 chapters in the game. In chapter 1, I completely agree with you. Chapter 2 and especially chapter 3 is where the voice acting and everything really takes off. So
Well, then it should get an automatic disqualification for being so fucking boring.
I mean, compared to like Indiana Jones, which goes right into it, Claire Obscure, so that's 3 people right there, goes right into it. And honestly, I haven't played Silent Hill, but I bet you the voice acting goes right into it because it's going to play into the whole
I've seen
horror
bits
motif.
here and there. She did a fantastic job.
Yeah. So, yeah, kudos to her, but I'm never playing Silent Hill, sorry. But yeah, it's Ben Starr.
That's okay. We understand.
And if Ben Starr wins...
As a fellow bitch, I understand.
If Ben Starr wins, I'm curious what he will be dressed up as. Because,
I was about to say, I'm like, what do you think he's going to be fucking looking like?
Because did you... Small side note about awards.
One?
Yeah, for the Golden Globes, he went out as a playing
You mean
card.
the Golden Joysticks?
Oh, the Golden Joysticks. Sorry, yeah, Golden Globes. It's the Golden Globes of video games. He went out to like give the nomination, and he went out as a playing card from Balatro.
Yep.
And it was fucking hilarious. Like, the guy's a gem. So yeah, I hope he comes out as something. If he comes out in just a suit, I'm gonna be like confused.
It was pretty great. Okay, I need to find a quick picture. Okay, there we go. For those that are on the video version, there you go.
Oh, and it was like, I watched him say his thing. He also gave a thing where it's like when you talk to your like costume designer about how you're going to go out and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, and you end up on stage as a freaking playing card and like goes off. It was such a good little monologue. Yeah.
It's so funny.
He's such a funny guy.
Best audio design: Battlefield 6, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Silent Hill F. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
I think this is one that Expedition doesn't win, because I don't think the audio design is like amazing in this one.
No.
So I'm torn. I'm gonna lean to Ghost of Yotei on this one, but I would not be surprised if Battlefield or even Death Stranding picks it up.
See, I'm slightly
Honestly,
different.
I think of all the games on this list, I think Clair Obscur is last. It's just a matter of which of the 4 win.
I'm torn between Ghost of Yotei and Silent Hill F. And I have a feeling that Silent Hill, with it being a fucking Silent Hill game, and it looks like a very good one, and it's reviewed very well, might actually have really good audio design, because it's kind of like that Hellblade movie.
Yeah, it's true.
Where it's kind of like a big part of it. So I'm putting mine on Silent Hill. Even though I haven't played it, I'm going on a limb. But if I had to choose like a second one, it would be Ghost of Yotei. The audio design of that game was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Best score music. So we got Christopher Larkin for Hollow Knight Silksong. We have Darren Korb, the fucking legend, for Hades 2.
Yep.
Lorien Testar for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Toma Atola for Ghost of Yotei. And Woodkit and Ludwig Forsell for Death Stranding 2. I hate that I'm not giving this to Darren Korb, but this is an Expedition one.
I think Expedition pulls this. Yeah, like the music was...
Everyone will not stop talking about the... what's the main song that's like based on the first like town?
I can't remember the name of it, but
you know what I'm talking about.
I'm singing it in my head right now because I was I must have hummed that to myself for like 3 weeks after I beat the game. I couldn't stop. I could not stop. I was even making up my own lyrics. It was great.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be very sad because Darren Korb killed it again, but yeah.
Yeah, is that who did Hades 1?
I'm assuming because he always does Supergiant.
Oh, so yeah, Hades 1 had incredible music, but I mean all Supergiant games do. Like, yeah.
Very few games get music from their soundtracks on my Spotify like songs. He has 2 of them for this game.
Yeah.
It's so good. Speaking of more Clair Obscur, best art direction. This is where it's gonna be like pretty much probably them across the board.
Yeah.
But we got Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Silksong. So basically all the same things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Clair Obscur. I would love like if Ghost of Yotei got like a little bit of a like nod there, because
but considering it's just Tsushima again, I don't think it will.
It was. Oh god, it was so beautiful. Some of the scenes in Yotei with the things that they did with the actual like Mount Yotei that you could see in different areas and everything. Beautiful. But I mean, Clair Obscur, I don't think you can beat it. I really don't. It's literally about art. Like, let's call it what it is.
All right, best narrative. Oh, look, it's almost the exact same list again. Clear Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Silent Hill on this one. And check.
Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm kidding. I thought I had you there for a second. Imagine I was going
I
to
mean, I'm
actually...
going to keep putting Kaylan there because let's be real, that's what he's voting for.
That's what he's voting for. Yeah. I was going to say Silent Hill F, but I know you'd know I was lying, so I went with Ghost of Yotei to try and throw you off. Yeah, it's Clear Obscure. There's just no...
I feel so about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like, they're a Game of the Year nominee. I don't even think they're winning an award.
No. At least they were nominated a lot, but yeah.
It's like, I think there's a better shot at Death Stranding 2 getting an award somewhere than Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah, maybe.
Kojima factor, man.
Yeah, the Kojima factor, right?
All right, last two, a.k.a. Game of the Year, but with other steps. Best Game Direction, Clear Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, Split Fiction. Check.
This is, yeah, it's going to be Clear
The
Obscure.
only trip up is Game Direction, and Josef Fares is nominated.
Yeah.
That's the only trip up.
Yeah.
It's Kojima and Josef Fares in a Game Direction thing. That could trip it up.
That could. Outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
It seems like a Kojima award when you think about it.
Yeah, like this just seems
but
like...
I can't vote against Exhibition.
No, it's going to be Clear Obscure, but yeah, like Kojima and Josef... what's his name again?
Josef Fares.
Fares. Yeah, like, oh, those are two real good fucking things. And Yotei had some really cool... Well... cool design, but again, I don't think that's game direction.
Yeah.
I don't know. Clear Obscure. It's going to win.
And then we get to the final award, Game of the Year. Clear Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm still depressed looking at this list because I don't like it, but I understand it's not my thing. But it's Clear Obscure. If Clear Obscure does not win Game of the Year, I will be stunned.
Yeah, I would be too. It's my
honestly,
Game of the Year.
I don't even know if I'd like any of the other awards winning it. Even though I love Hades 2 to death, I don't think Hades 2 should win it either. It's what I personally voted for. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't think it should win. If any other game wins Game of the Year this year, I'm also going to be upset. Like, because none of the games I think actually should be in there, like Blueprints, for example, is in this, Clear Obscure better fucking win or I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, like, if something like Death Stranding or Donkey Kong wins. Don't be wrong, I really enjoyed the Donkey Kong game, but it's not like a Game of the Year game. If anything, the only one I think I'd be like slightly okay with, I wouldn't even be okay with it, but like Kingdom Come Deliverance, like that one I could like kind of convince myself like, okay, maybe that makes sense.
So I'll quickly be an asshole to all the other games, and here's why you shouldn't win. Death Stranding 2. I have not heard a fucking word about this game.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't even know why it's there. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm sorry, but you can't just put Mario Odyssey with a skin rechange and expect to win a Game of the Year award.
No, it's a good game, but just not Game of the Year.
Hades 2, you're a sequel. You're a fantastic sequel, but you don't need any more time in the sun. Just take your nomination and be happy.
Yeah.
Silk Song, same thing that I just said. You are a fantastic game that just got a redo. You don't deserve a win.
Yeah, it's like a DLC, to be honest. Like,
yeah. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I've heard great things about it from a lot of people that are deep into this stuff, but you're a very niche PC game.
It's
sorry,
niche,
but you just don't have that factor.
Yeah. It's got to be clear. There's like, of this list, there's nothing else.
Like, again, like I will be I'm already critical of what they picked to begin with. I will be very critical if the obvious choice is not winning.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm so depressed because I couldn't figure out who was going to win after Metaphor beat Rebirth last year, that I had no clue who was winning. And now I'm walking into this being like, there's no question who's winning this.
No.
And if it isn't that, I'm legitimately going to lose it.
Yeah. Don't be wrong.
Which honestly would be great content on the stream.
That would be. No, what will be great content is if they don't win and then I lose it. Because that's my Game of the Year. And yeah, looking at all these other games.
Maybe that is the best case scenario. Like us for like the last, like waiting until the final trailer, which hopefully is Half-Life 3 that we go home happy with. But like the entire time that we're just sitting here just yelling, being like, what the fuck is with this voting system? Like, how can you possibly give this to X? Like, why?
Yeah.
So when Kojima somehow wins this,
If Death Stranding 2 wins, like that's going to be the one that upsets me the most.
Yeah, that would make me the most angry.
Yeah, like Donkey Kong, don't be wrong, I'd be really pissed because it's like, what the fuck? Like that's
I'd be like, yes, because Nintendo fucking needs more flowers.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that Nintendo gets their flowers, but fucking Atlas still can't get anything.
Yeah. No, I need to see Clair Obscur win so I can see Ben Starr go up in a different costume yet again.
Right? But yeah, no. Like, the only question is just going to be how many awards does it actually win?
Yeah. I mean, for all the ones I saw it in, the only one I'm iffy on are like the indie ones, like the debut indie and stuff.
There are a couple that I could see a bit of a trip up on. So like just going back through it, like the indie ones are going to be interesting. Those are the two tricky ones, right?
Those are the ones I'm not sure of the most, to be honest.
The other ones that I can think could be a little bit strange, like audio design, they probably won't get
audio
that
design,
one.
Yes, I agree. Score
and music, they should, but there's some good choices in this. So like, it's not a guarantee, but I think it's like it's pretty much theirs.
Yeah.
Art direction is just subjective, honestly.
Yeah.
Like they should win it, but like it's subjective. Like you don't really know for sure. And then game direction is I don't fucking know. I don't even know what that award means.
I think this is a dumb award. Like I just don't think
it's an inner circle award. That's all it is.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, this is like the best direction, like the best directors of the game, and it's like, yeah, but isn't that kind of the game of the year? Like, or I don't know. Like, how are we as gamers supposed to be knowing, like, oh, you know, the direction that that this game. Like, is it actually about, like, the actual, like, people who made it and, like, their direction? Because we saw the finished product, but I don't know the direction that they took, if that's how they're getting there and everything, right? Like, I don't know their creative vision. I saw the final product, but if I really liked it, I don't see the difference between liking the direction this game took compared to Game of the Year and the direction it took. Like,
and I forgot, just for the sake of it, I forgot about Player's Voice. So just for those that are curious... the 5 nominees are Expedition 33, Dispatch, Genshin Impact, Silksong, and Wuthering Waves. I hate this award because it just ends up being how many Chinese games can we fit in there?
Yeah.
Because the fans just vote for that because, I mean, this is how you know these games are fucking dog shit. The weeb in me is going, I don't fucking care that there's anime people on screen. Fuck them.
No. No.
This is where, like, I think, I actually don't know who's going to win this.
Honestly, I think it's either going to be Clair Obscur.
I'm leaning Dispatch just for. I hope that there's some semblance of humanity in this community, but
I agree that I would love if it did get it, but I think that we're going to be fighting with a few groups. One, yes, we have Chinese players who are going to go with like Genshin Impact and stuff like that. That's
my
a big
brain
group.
wants to say it's going to be Silksong though.
Yeah, I have a feel like the Silksong community is huge, and it's like a meme to almost like vote for it. And then Clair Obscur is obviously like Game of the Year, huge. Everybody talked about it. Dispatch people are talking about. I just don't think that Dispatch would be able to defeat, like, for example, the Silksong community. I just don't see it. But I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad it's there. I think that
I'm forcing Kaylan to vote for anime, by the way.
Nice. I think I'm just gonna go Clair Obscur and stick to it because.
Yeah.
It would be mine.
There is a genuine part of my brain that thinks Dispatch will win because the fact that it made it here makes me curious on how many people are voting for it.
That is true because it's a very newer game and it was able to like take over because apparently Megabonk used to be on this list and only got booted very shortly before the voting ended. People were voting it in since Megabonk, the developer, had pulled themselves out of the debut indie.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Like, my logic is this, right? Let's take away the Chinese games and just deal with the 3 that are left.
Yeah.
You're essentially, in my opinion, fighting between Dispatch and Silksong, and here's why. I think most people know how many awards Expedition 33 is going to win, and will try to give it to something else.
Yeah, I could see that too.
That's my logic.
Yeah. Well, I think my backup from Clair Obscur, unfortunately, is Silksong. I think that community is very loud and they live on the
that's
internet.
What I'm afraid of too, but like I'm not going to be upset if they get that because I'll get it. Like they've been waiting for that game for forever. They are allowed to have some flowers.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I will though fist pump real hard if Dispatch actually wins.
Oh yeah, and I would be very happy if Dispatch gets it too. Like this for me is like, if any of them got it, like of the three we're talking about, I would be happy. Like I'm not upset about any of those three.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sad Blueprints isn't here though, to be honest, but
yeah, but players' voices,
Yeah.
it's a way more niche, so I'm not necessarily
yeah, it's
surprised
not
by
it's
that.
not gonna get
I'm trying to think what was in the initial voting thing of it. I guess honestly, I'm not surprised by the three being in there. And then again, like as soon, I don't want to say that they shouldn't be there, but Genshin Impact and I think Wuthering Waves are both not 2025 games. Why are they here?
Yeah, why are they here? Like, you can just vote for games regardless of the year they released. That's the only thing.
I guess
like,
because the logic as well is there are ongoing games that are here too.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that's
yeah, but like,
a specific category.
yeah,
They don't qualify for the other ones. Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, I should have the reins to the Game Awards because clearly I'd run it better.
Yeah, because it's people like Kaylan voting for Wuthering Waves or whatever
Right?
that ended up being here in the first place. Thanks, Kaylan.
It's fucking bullshit.
Fucking anime lover. He loves it. It's just crazy the amount of anime that man loves.
Yeah, don't worry about the stuff on the bookshelf at all. That's not real. That's a figment of your imagination on my screen. Don't worry.
No,
about
that's
it.
Kaylan's. You're holding it for him. It's crazy.
Well, that's the pocket dimension coming in, right?
Man watches one anime about Splinter Cell and goes fucking hog wild. It's crazy.
But yeah, we will be streaming this tomorrow, and we will be really excited to see what goes on with that. You
Yeah.
were even saying before we were recording that you were actually like strangely
I
stoked
am
about it.
so stoked for you and me to stream this. And like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm so stoked to do it. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to bring my big water and everything. And I'm going to just fucking sit here and have the biggest smile on my face with you the entire time. So,
Although probably be miserable for some of it.
but it'll be fun to be miserable because if you get really miserable, then I get to just smile like, wow, look how angry Adam is. That's so much fun.
Yeah, you wish you were there with me during the Summer Game Fest one where I was just fuming the entire
Yeah,
time.
I was able to join the chat for a bit with Soupy, friend,
one of our
watcher
Discord
of the show.
listeners, which
Yeah,
by
one
the
of our
way,
Discord
again,
listeners.
Linktree, linktr.ee/pixelplay podcast, link to our Discords there.
Yeah, come join because yes, and join us for the live stream. Like join in the chat. It is so much fun. I've been in the chat. I've been on the other end. Both are fun. I'm looking forward to obviously being on the camera end this time, but even just being in the chat is so much fun and makes it so much more fun for us too because we have people to riff back and forth with, and we can all be so happy at Angry Adam. Like we can all do it together.
Yeah, we can all be upset together when Death Stranding 2 somehow wins Game of the Year.
No, don't put that out there. I said I was looking forward to this, Adam. Yeah, can't wait.
But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. And I mean, I'm honestly more just there just because God knows I need to see some really cool trailers.
Yeah,
Please, Jeff, I'm begging you, just for one show, can it not just be horror games, fucking Soulsborns, and like live service shit, please? Please? Can we have like one show that doesn't do that?
Yeah. I mean, this is the best of all the Jeff Keighley shows, and I think I've actually not really been super let down by the Game Awards before.
The Game Awards generally, like the games that they do
Yeah.
pick for that because it's not like a massively long run of trailers. Like they do
Yeah.
curate a little better for it.
Yeah, they do. And it's been like 6 months since the like summer where it's like every developer's throwing out every trailer and everything.
I will say the last year was not the best ending because Monster Hunter Wilds was the big one last time.
Right, it was.
Which,
Yeah.
look, for those communities was great. The game isn't nearly as well liked as it was during the trailer. But,
Yeah, that didn't hold up.
I mean, there was a
Didn't hold
couple
up
of
well.
years ago where the Mass Effect reveal came in, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Who knows?
we'll never see it.
I don't know. I hope there's something. I hope there's just like a Spider-Man Venom game or something. I don't know. Like, just give me something random.
If we can leave that show with 3 things minimum that we didn't know about or haven't seen a trailer for yet,
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I would be too. Yeah.
Well, we shall see. So, like I said, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that. Otherwise, just find us by searching PixelPlay Podcast on YouTube. We will be streaming there. Otherwise, so that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you so much for checking us out. So you guys know the drill. If you are on YouTube right now, like and subscribe. If you're listening on any audio platforms, you can give us a rating. Please do so. Otherwise, share with all your friends. And I gave you the link tree at the top there. But in case you didn't catch that one, it's linktr.ee/PixelPlay Podcast. Link to our Discords, link to our socials. We post every Wednesday for the main show. Fridays are side quests. Chris and I finished our run of Final Fantasy, where we finished with 15. We are going to do one more that is the entire franchise, and Chris is not looking forward to that because he's going to have to
Not
pick
even a little bit.
something.
That's going to be so difficult.
But we also now are doing shorts daily, so keep an eye on stuff. And they're mostly just like clips of the show, so in case you didn't catch the entire episode, which, I mean, if you're here, I guess you did, so I guess it doesn't really apply there. But if you missed one and you don't want to sit down for an hour and a half or whatever else, and you just want to see a couple of clips here and there, we do have shorts that we are posting daily now, so keep an eye on those. But otherwise, that's going to do it for this one. So take care wherever you may be. Bye-bye for now.
See you tomorrow. Live stream. Woo.